All right, time for episode number 10 of the house renovation project with our project foreman, Duncan, who's just kind of wandering off at this point. This is the post-tropical storm Claudette version. We had Claudette move through the Atlanta area the last couple of days. In fact, the skies look very tropical storm-ish right now, but we should be done with the rain. About 2.5 to 3 inches of rain fell, and that was a big test for some of the repairs we had done to the foundation when it came to our leaking. Before we get this video going, a quick public service announcement about your friend, the tulip poplar tree. That's a tulip poplar tree. Here we are in mid-June, and this thing is dropping leaves like it is late in fall. I don't know what's going on. This is a typical leaf from the tulip poplar tree. Very nice. Duncan wants it. And we actually had a friend of ours who's a tree guy, arborist, come over and take a look at it. He said, that tree's healthy. That's just kind of what they do, but don't like it. Don't want to get these leaves off the lawn so early. It's too early to be dropping leaves. Stop it. Stop it. All right, so anyway, let's look and see what's new. Obviously, the front of the house looks good. The new front porch is in. Pretty much all the hardy plank in the house is now in. They even fixed the small area that they had missed originally. So we are looking good. I'll show you the final color of that here in just a second. We have a lot more real estate suddenly on our driveway. A lot of the wood has disappeared, and we're looking pretty good. Here in the garage, we've got a tub ready to go in. And here's what I was talking about with some of the repair of the foundation. Normally, we got about 2 to 3 inches out of this tropical storm here in suburban Atlanta. And normally when we get an inch or so, water would come in here into the garage and leak, and we cleared everything out and learned that there's actually, this area here was a crack. So we had the guys that are working to help us seal everything up come out, and we also had an old pipe that came out from that hole. So he dug the other side out. In fact, let's see if we can see anything, and worked on the exterior, then did his magic gray stuff. Yeah, they dug all that out, got down in there and fixed it. So as you can see, I can set up a time-lapse camera in here that showed absolutely nothing because it remained dry. We did have one little leak in another part of our basement because we don't have any gutters on the house, so water actually came in from another area. But so far so good on this leaking project. Not sure how well you can see this, but this is the other bad leaking crack that they sealed, and this also remained dry during the tropical storm. All right, the project foreman wants to take us to the back to see what progress has been made back here. And they've actually pretty much finished. Again, all the siding's in. They fixed their missing spot. They've got all the support beams now in for the combination closet / screened in porch section, and have done some finishing, I'll show you in a second, for the other part of the porch. So that is done. Obviously, they got to put the screening up. That's coming next. And I'll show you up there too, they got to put the roofing in. Project foreman is very, very interested in our new neighbors moving in. They have brought back some goats to clear out all the ivy, and he likes to go say hi to them, but they are also supervised by a couple of dogs who are not thrilled with Duncan's interest in the goats behind the fence. Duncan's gonna go check one out. And there he goes. And there are the dogs. See, so the dogs are very protective of the goats. All right, Dunk, come on. All right, we've come upstairs safe from the goat zone. So yeah, they've done a good job up here. This is done. They've got all this wood that needs to go up here. We're gonna have a ceiling fan over here and lights and maybe a TV there. This is gonna be the final color of the house. Get some good lighting on it. They've ordered 35 or 36 gallons of this gray that's called ACIER. If you want to look it up at home, that's going to be the final color of said house. Yeah, you were reprimanded for going too close to the goats. The project foreman does not want to go close to the goats because the other dogs obviously had an issue with that. This is another thing they did. They put this wood barrier in between the upper part of the screen-in deck and the outer deck. And you can tell by the wall here how much rain we got over the past couple of days. Again, probably between 2 and 3 inches somewhere. It kind of varies around here. So the back deck is looking good. No gutters yet on the house. Those are coming. And because of that, we had a lot of unusual water runoff, and the side porch is also looking good. They've got the side rails on it. The concrete pad has been laid, as well as the supports, and I'm hoping to get in there at some point and kind of shore that up to make sure the water runs away from the house, at least in this area. But this porch, mini porch on the side is done. Project foreman's on a stick break. I thought you already had your stick break today. All right, so the front porch is looking good. This is the area up here, though, where we had a little bit of water intrusion because we don't have any gutters up here yet. It was just shooting down this peak right into this area here. So we ended up putting a tarp on it that helped get rid of the runoff, but it was a little bit too late for a little bit of water in the basement. Again, no hardwood floors yet. That's probably going to be the last thing done. Some activity in the master bedroom, though. They framed out for the pocket doors right here for the gigantic master bedroom closet. And so these doors will slide that way. The frame's in place. And they did the same over at what will be the master bath. Pocket door to slide this way. The half wall is in for the shower that will go there. They're getting ready to have to move some, you can see all the way to the basement. Here, they're gonna have to move some piping to get this for the loo, and then the sinks will go here, and the tub will go over there, and that's a new window. So we've got electricians and painters coming this week. The painters will probably do some prep work on the exterior of the house. The electricians will get ready to do some rewiring, and the plumbers will get ready to figure out how to run the new PEX in the basement and the garage. So those are some big things happening next week. Again, the finish line is still pretty far away. The main floor, hardwood floors, will take a while to put in. And how long do you think this will be? Duncan does not have an estimate for conclusion, especially since some people are walking in the street in front of us, and that's all we're paying attention to at this time. But again, we'll have another update for you next week. Whether or not the project foreman is still on the job or not, we'll find out.